The key thing we have to realize, both Democrats and Republicans who are watching this, we have one thing in common: we're all Americans. Okay, we have to remember that we're all Americans. We are all the target of terrorism. We're all the target of foreign governments. At the same time, we all have to pull together to make sure we protect our country. The new 11th Congressional District is blessed with some of the best defense installations in the country. We started north with Toby Hanna. He wasn't the old 11th; it's just outside of the new 11th Congressional District. Many people who work in the 11th Congressional District from Toby Hanna are there. Moving down the 11th Congressional District, we have the Indian Town Gap, the National Guard training facility. So important to our area, job-wise, but also to our national security. That's where the National Guard troops are trained. Next, we have the Navy installation in Mechanicsburg. We have the Army installation just outside the new district at New Cumberland. We have the Letterkenny just outside the new district in the county below, in Franklin County. We have the most important. We have the Heritage Museum, and also we have the Army War College. These defense installations must be kept at the top. We have to bring in as many new missions to these bases as possible. I will make sure I work with the Governor's Commission, the Governor's BRAC Commission, keeping those jobs safe. I work with every Chamber of Congress from Cumberland County to Luzerne County and in between to make sure that we have a strong support for our bases. I'll make sure the jobs never leave, and also I make sure that I will never vote to end the Toby Hanna funding. I'd like my opponent here to address.
Well, the question was, can we cut? I mean, it is a very expensive function of the U.S. government. I mean, you were talking about sequestration. Beyond that, can it be cut?
Well, again, I believe that every department could find areas where they could cut waste, and they all agree. There's areas of waste that can be cut. But in defense, I would not support any major cuts in our defense because of, again, the threats that we know about right now.
We're down to 4 minutes. Gene Stilp, you mentioned all the military bases in the district. Is there a problem if every congressman and congresswoman says, well, my district's bases are very important and they should not be cut?
We have to prioritize the missions and because we have some of the best installations in the country here. These bases serve all of our deployments. These are amazing bases. We have to make sure they stay here. We have to strengthen them. We can't vote on cuts for these bases as my opponent did for Toby Hanna. Here's my key thing here. Here's my key thing. We have to make sure we are strengthened in the following ways. Cyber terrorism is alive and well today. We just saw the Leon Panetta say last week, within the last 10 days, make sure that we are going to be the subject of cyber terrorism. By the way, we have a cyber terrorism which we have to enhance our cyber terrorism command. Excuse me, our cyber command to prevent terrorism, but also have to keep our cyber offense viable. We, I think, went in there and helped, we have to make sure Iran never gets the bomb by going after them with a cyber offense, which I think we've already done. Also, we have to make sure we never let any kind of nuclear weapons escape from Pakistan. We have to end the wars, bring our boys back home. We have to let no terrorists have any kind of nuclear device. We have to make sure we are the strongest military in the country. We have to keep our defense strong. We have to eliminate those programs that will hurt our defense by being wasteful, because we have to put all our resources in the strongest programs possible. We have to keep the 11th Congressional District bases installation strong. That's what I intend to do in Congress, and I will vote to make sure I never miss a vote on one of those installations. I will bring more missions to those bases.
Did you just say that we can stop an Iranian nuclear weapon from being formed through cyber?
Well, how should I say it? The Iranian nuclear program was slowed down by a virus that was put into the Iranian systems in order to make sure that part of the process was destroyed. It's a well-known fact. The STUX-NET virus that was introduced there, it stopped some of their production. You can look it up on the internet. It's all there. The key thing is that we have to increase our ability to conduct cyber offense in this against state-sponsored terrorism from other countries. So I am for a very strong defense, and I will keep the missions here in this region extremely strong.
Okay, we're going to have to get the last word on this topic from Congressman Lou.
Well, first of all, I want to clear up, because Gene made mention a couple of times there about Toby Hanna, and Gene, I did not vote to cut any funding to Toby Hanna. Toby Hanna was never going to lose any funding, so I think we need to make sure that we're clear on that.
Are you saying that he did?
I would
suggest
not
cutting Toby Hanna?
I would not let it. I would always vote the right way on Toby Hanna and not let Toby Hanna be affected by a vote as it was. You can check the papers. You can check the votes in Congress.
Okay, real quick, is war with Iran inevitable, Lou Barletta?
Well, we cannot let Iran get a nuclear weapon. There's no question about that. We need to do everything we can. We need to. We can't do it alone. Obviously, we need to put as many economic sanctions that we possibly can. We need to do everything we can to prevent it, but we cannot allow Iran to be a nuclear Iran. And obviously, we need to stand with Israel. I believe this administration is not.
Okay, we have to wrap it up, Gene. Is it inevitable war with Iran or?
No, because we're going to stop it. We're going to have the strongest offensive weapons against Iran. We're going to stop it. I stand with Israel. I want to make sure that we have the best intelligence in the world to keep if we have the best intelligence in the world, we will keep our boots off the ground and make sure our servicemen are protected. That's what I'm for, keeping America strong. Okay,
our hour is coming to a very rapid close. Closing statements now. Lou Barletta, we'll start with you.
Well, these are very trying times, very dangerous times, and we are at the crossroads. This is the most important election of our lifetime. We need to make sure we're sending people to Washington who have the courage to tell the truth, to tell the American people the truth, and to stand up for them. As the mayor of Hazleton, I was tested. My courage was tested. When I had a problem with illegal immigration, I didn't take a poll. I stood up for the people there under a national spotlight. I never wavered, and I never backed down. And that's exactly what I'll do for the people of the 11th Congressional District. I'll go to Washington, stand for you, for your children and grandchildren, so that their future can be bright. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gene Still.
I want to be your congressman in order to make sure that Washington functions. Right now, Washington is controlled by the largest corporations in the world and the extremes in Congress on the right and the left. I want to work in the middle to make sure that you are served. As you know, by my activities here in Pennsylvania, I went after both sides on the pay raise, illegal pay raise in Pennsylvania. I went for reform in the House of Representatives and the Senate. I turned over by my suit, I overturned the pay raise in Pennsylvania, and also I filed the original complaint with the Attorney General in the bonus gate case going after Republicans and Democrats. I will continue to do that in Congress. I will continue to work for you and go against those Democrats and Republicans who are not functioning well and making our Congress a place where there's gridlock. I will make sure Congress functions extremely well, and I can do that through my leadership, which you know and have seen exercised in Pennsylvania. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate your time. And my heartiest welcome, my heartiest wishes to my opponent.
They're ending on a handshake, Archie.
I like that. They're ending on a handshake. Well, you've been listening to the debate of the candidates from the 11th Congressional District, the WHP 580, brought to you by Williger and McAvoy Architects in Harrisburg, offering design solution for residential and commercial projects. Visit Williger and McAvoy.com. I want to say special thanks in particular to Dan Steele, who arranged all this today in terms of the candidates, Art Selby, the producer, our chief engineer, Tom Brissett, and Dana McGinnis from our IT department. I will moderate a discussion following the debates at 5:06 with local political commentator Charlie Giroux from Quantum Communications and CBS 21, and Dr. Charlie Greenewald, who has been with us before from Millersville University. Again, that's 5 till 6 p.m. this evening, so we hope that you'll stay tuned for that. WHP 580 will air the final presidential debate on Monday evening. Coverage will begin at 8:30, underwritten by Advanced Sash and Door of Mechanicsburg, so we hope that you'll spend the time with the debate with us. That's it from the iHeartRadio Performance Studio here at WHP 580. Again, we thank all the candidates from our first hour in the 4th Congressional District and the candidates from the 11th Congressional District for being with us today and taking the time to debate. Don't forget, most of all, get to the polls and vote on Election Day. For Bill Meade, I'm R.J. Harris. We'll see you downstairs in just a moment.